all jump on.
About 120 k's out of Birdsville, and we crossed Rod and Lindsay and his old man again, Lester. So stopped on the side of the road, in the middle of the road, had a bit of a chat. They mentioned some ruins down the road they're going to go stay at, and once again we're going to be camping with them again. So how awesome is that? It's pretty good. We've got time up our sleeve on the end of our trip, so just thought, why not? So anyway, Hell Hole will wait another day. And yeah, we'll get on with it. Go have a look at these ruins. Another old homestead out here in the bush. Absolute treasures. Go have a look around. It's a very prestigious building too, eh? It's very la-di-da. I wonder if the roof was commandeered in World War II like that other one. Oh, so good. Jesus.
like they would have had all this around and shaped it like as bricks.
Yeah. Imagine the man owls just chomping them.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, if like you got it out and you did check their levels and that, probably better than the buildings you get today.
Very, very prestigious.
Such a cool little place. It's a shame they just let them go and get to this point, but it's quite magic to see them in ruins. But someone needs to make sure that these aren't getting destroyed. It's vital bits of our history. Anyway, good little spot, private property, Rod's in the know-how, he's all over it. All these magic spots, 100% has to do tours. Just knows too much about this area, it's just bloody magic. There's a bit of machinery out here we'll have a look at. No idea what that is. Alston's patent, 1916. There you go. Yeah, it's bloody brilliant. Brilliant little pub out in the middle of nowhere, halfway between Birdsville and Windorah. Absolute pearl of a joint. Bloody brilliant place, mate. It's so good.
It's good, eh?
Bloody oath.
No extra travel restrictions yet. Make sure you go at the back and have a look at the grave, Ziggy.
Whereabouts is it? Straight out the back.
Right at the back, like a big white rock there, you can't miss it. Next to a campfire out there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go have a look.
The old pumpkin.
Alright. It's the old publican where he's buried. The story is there used to be a tube down to his coffin, and one of his mates used to come by here every now and then and used to tip a shot of his drink down there to have a drink with him, so it's pretty bloody brilliant. This whole pub's just bloody awesome. Big old bus sitting there. Yeah, really good to stop in here. This place was like a ruin for about 27 years, I think you said. It's still marked on the map as ruins. But yeah, I think it was abandoned for 27 years, they said, and they found a really beautiful timber floorboard, about 4 inches of dirt, or under about 4 inches of dirt. And it's their little ballroom in there. And it's just a mint old pub. So yeah, just you've got a beautiful old car out the front. It's been fully restored. And yeah, just a really good spot to stop. Pretty iconic little Outback pub that probably not many people know about. Righto folks, well we didn't quite make it to Hell Hole today after our bit of an adventure. And we just probably stayed too long at that Betoota pub, but what a bloody great spot. But anyway, so we got to Windorah. They're actually out of diesel. Luckily we didn't have a diesel car, otherwise we'd be perched up there till the truck come. But yeah, we've punched on into the I don't even know what you call it, but we've ended up at the Barku River, which is just a bit shy of Hell Hole Gorge. We've had a lot of rain out in this area, and the bird at the information centre told us that some of the roads have only just opened. But I've got to say, the 70 k's of dirt road to Welford National Park, which is we're just sitting on the edge of, was absolutely beautiful. 100 k's on the dirt, no problem at all. But we were going to head into Welford, but we've just pulled up, as I said, on the Barku River, and just come across this magic spot. Have a go at it. Got the crab pots in. Hopefully there's some red claw. There's heaps of turtles snapping about though. Just bumped into, he's not local, but he might as well be. And he's done a spot of fishing. And yeah, they didn't come up with anything though. But what just a bloody beautiful spot. So our little camp set up. We've basically stripped the tent down. We've basically stripped the tent down after the, I think, the second or third night of our trip. Pulled the fly off. It's just heaps easy to roll like this. This bloody beautiful dry weather, so there's no condensation, no nothing. Gets bloody cold though.
Sure does.
Yeah, well, Michelle's in a down jacket and I'm still in board shorts, thongs and singlet. So something's wrong with one of us.
You.
But anyway, only one's here on the Barku River. On the bloody Barku River, they say. Here we are at another pretty good camp spot, another free one. Actually ended up in Quilpie. So the day didn't really turn out how we wanted it to, and due to a bit of mismanagement on our own behalf yesterday, we totally forgot when we were coming through Windorah to ring up Longreach and book our couple of touristy things that we missed out on at the start of our trip, and it was the whole reason we upended the trip. So where we were last night was about 40 k's from Junda. So punched back out this morning, made the calls, booked it all in, all sweet. Went and got our permits to go through all the national parks, and we went into Welford first, which we were just near last night anyway, and the free camp was actually better than the camp inside the campgrounds, and the campgrounds were packed. So we done a few drives around, the little circuit drives in the park, and it was absolutely beautiful, but ended up punching on because it's quite early in the day. So we tried to get to Hell Hole Gorge, and that didn't happen. So you can't get into Hell Hole Gorge from the top. I've got a HEMA map that says you can, or it's got a track saying that you can. And once we got to the fork in the road where you're supposed to turn off, there was barely 2 tyre tracks in the ground heading off in that direction, and it looked like it was about 160 odd k's. Well, sorry, not 160, about 80 k's it was. And it was obviously on private land, so we thought, nah, we'll just stick to the main road. But anyway, luckily we did, because it ended up being an absolutely beautiful drive. I forget what's the name of the road, Duh? Budgerigar. Yeah, Budgerigar Road goes past Budgerigar Station. There's a bunch of other stations, and the landscape changes. It's about 200 k's, but the landscape changed so much, and it was just absolutely beautiful. And yeah, basically put us in the car nearly all day by the time we got to Quilpie, which was another 100 k's after we got off that road. And yeah, we pulled in here at about 4:30, and decided Addervale's only about another 100 k's up the road, but we decided we'll just pull up for the moment and have a leisurely stroll up there tomorrow. So we've got 100 k's to Addervale, and then I think it's about 70 into the gorge. So we've come back right down south to go in from the southeast rather than the northwest. And yeah, it's a little bit of a pain, but as I said, it's kind of a blessing because we got to see some beautiful countryside. Say again.
The station that was established in
1862, yeah, past the station that had a nice sign out the front that said established in 1862. So we drove past another one that had a massive dump site and actually looked abandoned. We almost thought about going in there, but yeah, you're treading on people's toes, and the woman at the visitor centre at Windorah told us that yeah, you might have a bit of trouble on some of those roads we were looking at on our maps, but anyway, as it turns out we did, and she sort of suggested it's a quick way to get your hat shot off the top of your head if you trespass on people's land. So we stayed to the main road, and yeah, we're still here. So the Barku River is just through the trees here, so we're going to take a little walk down there now and have a look. I've gone around, got some firewood chopped already. We've set up camp, ready to tuck in for the night, though.
Absolutely.
All right, we'll get a rumby and go for a walk.